Hello, my friends, and good Saturday morning. It is early on Saturday, May 22nd. I'm the only one in my house that is vertical. um, we have a busy weekend. I am crossing the fingers, hoping and praying and wishing and dreaming that we are done building this weekend. It has been fun building the coop and stuff. It has been, but I'm over it. It's been how many weekends now? What we have left to do today is build the run. We've changed the design several times during this whole thing. So we're finally figured out exactly how we're going to finish this off. We need to backtrack a little and take a little bit of the hardwire cloth out of the coop because we're going to just add to the coop and make the run. Originally, we were going to make it mobile, but we realized that wouldn't work for several reasons and all that stuff. So that's what we're doing today. As soon as the guys get up, they're going to get started on that. Adam actually has to go into work at 9:30. The swim club doesn't open until next weekend, but him being a senior guard and assistant manager, he can pick up a bunch of hours this week. Today is kind of like a little, this is what we need to do. Come in during the week at your convenience, put the hours in and get it done. So there's a couple of them doing that. So he's got to go in at 9:30 for that this morning. Doug and Andrew will just get started as soon as they get up working on the coop. I need to finish painting the inside. But I also have cooking to do today, so I'll be in and out. Tonight was originally pinochle night, but now I'm going to work while I'm talking to you. Get these guys their coffee and get me my tea. It was originally pinochle night because, you know, that's what we've been doing pretty much every Saturday. But with Andrew home, he asked if we could do poker tonight instead of pinochle, which, you know, we've done in the past a lot. That's all we ever used to play. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're doing poker night tonight. And originally, my plan was to make homemade pierogies for breakfast. Yeah, I could eat them for breakfast. For dinner tonight, but with so much work to do outside with the chickens and the run and all that, I decided I just can't put that kind of time into it this morning. So instead, I called up the butcher yesterday and I got a porchetta roast, which is basically a pork roast with a bunch of seasonings on it. And it makes a very flavorful meat. I put it in the crock pot last night and it should be done. And you just shred it up and you serve it on rolls. It's very regional, apparently. This porchette or porchetta is very regional. It is absolutely so delicious. A lot of places have fundraisers, like porchette fundraisers. Like they sell the sandwiches on like election day and other days. There's a St. Michael's festival here in town that porchette sandwiches are the huge draw. It is just absolutely delicious. So let's see if I can just. So there it is. So we're going to have porchette sandwiches tonight. I have the dough going for the buns for that. I made that last night. They're sourdough buns. I'm going to make them long instead of round. I'm going to make German potato salad and macaroni salad to go with, because that's what I like to have with my porchette. So that's going to be dinner tonight for poker night. What else is going on? I'm hoping and praying and wishing and dreaming, like I said before, that we get this done, that we get this run done today in its entirety, and tomorrow we can just do something fun together as a family, even if it's staying home and just playing like a cornhole tournament or something. I just want to do something fun and hang with my guys. We're going to church tomorrow morning instead of tonight, just so we didn't have to interrupt our building. and I signed us all up to usher, all 4 of us, and then realized that Andrew can't because he has to be at the doctor tomorrow at 9:30 to have his TB test looked at or observed or whatever they do. You know how they do it, and then you have to have it checked 48 hours later. He needed a TB test for his summer job, so he got that. So he's got to go back tomorrow morning and have that looked at. So I'm guessing that's about it. Yeah, I guess that's about it for now. I'm going to get coffee and tea going and bacon going because it's Saturday. So, you know, we have bacon for breakfast. Plus, I need to make bacon for the German potato salad. So, I'm going to try to get a bunch of stuff done before my guys wake up. And, so let's get started. Okay, sitting down to eat breakfast. I have 2 eggs over light. I have 3 pieces of bacon and a sourdough English muffin. The English muffin's pretty small. I'm going to give it 3 points. And the bacon is 2 points. So 5 points for my breakfast on the blue plan. You just need to add in 4 more points if you're on the green plan because you need to count your eggs. I'm going to eat this, get the kitchen cleaned up, get these guys outside building, and start on my kitchen stuff. As per usual, I have 20 million things going on at the same time. I've got my sandwich roll dough ready to go. I need to weigh it out and shape it and get it on the pan. And while I'm doing that, I have got, well, the bacon's all cooked for the German potato salad. That's actually way too much bacon, but I figure the boys will munch on it. And I've got my potatoes cooking for the potato salad. So I'm trying to multitask. And as you see, my kitchen is a hot mess. There's stuff everywhere. I'm trying to multitask so I can get done in here and get out there and help the guys. I also need to get the ice machine going because the boys are home. So we are almost out of ice that our refrigerator makes. So I got to get a batch of ice going so we have that for tonight. So I'll show you these rolls. So the recipe I use is from Lisa at Farmhouse on Boone, and they are sourdough sandwich rolls. I started last night by combining sourdough starter and flour and honey and water, and then I let it ferment overnight. And now I just, this morning, or when I got ready, I just put it back in the mixer and mixed in some butter. I halved it. She called for a 1/4 cup. I only used like a tablespoon and a half maybe, because I think it was, I read some comments and the dough was a little bit sticky. And some salt, and let it knead in the mixer for about 8 to 10 minutes. Weighed it out, and each roll should be about 120 grams. So now I'm just going to take my 120 gram ball, and I'm just going to press it out into a rectangle that's about a 1/4 inch thick. And then, let's see if I can do this without, I'm just going to roll it into like a little log shape. Use my bench scraper to move it along. And then I'm going to pinch the seam. Turn it back over. And I'm just going to kind of play with it to give it a nice little shape. And I'm just going to put this on a parchment lined baking sheet. And when they're all done, I'm going to let them sit for between 1 and 3 hours until they double in size. Now, originally you're supposed to make 6 out of the batch. You know, every time I make rolls, I say I'm making them smaller than it says. So that's what I'm doing. I made 8 out of the batch. So we'll see. Hopefully they are not gigantic rolls. If they are, we can always just cut them in half. But it's really nice. It's a really nice dough to work with, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to get the rest of these made, and I'll show you what they look like on the sheet. Okay, here are 2 trays of the sandwich rolls. I actually ended up doubling the recipe. I want to send some home with my brother if they would like some, and I also want to put some in the freezer. So I did double it. I do not know the points on these yet. I need to figure that out. I'm sure they're going to be a little bit high, but It's a special, you know, it's not something we eat every day. And I've said before, bread is important to me, and I'd rather spend a little more points on the bread and a little less on the filling. And the porkette is pretty low in points because it is made with a nice lean pork. So there they go. I am going to put the trays into like a Walmart bag to let them rise instead of covering them, because sometimes when you cover them, if you cover them sometimes with cloth, it sticks. If you cover them with plastic wrap, sometimes it sticks. So if I put them into like a grocery store bag, you're still getting them, keeping them covered, but it doesn't stick. So we're gonna give that a try. Okay, while I am getting stuff done on the inside, Andrew and Doug are working hard outside to add the run onto the coop. And what we're gonna do, I'm not sure if I can do this, over here in this whole section, that's where the run's gonna be. You can see it on the ground already where it's framed out, and it's just gonna be a big area for them to play. We'll have some toys in there for them, and they can just hang out in there. So they'll have that whole area plus the whole part of the coop that is open. So I think we're gonna have some pretty happy chickens. So I am gonna get my mess cleaned up so I can get out there and help them, because it is a gorgeous day and I don't wanna be stuck in here much longer. I also think I'm going to weed the garden a little bit, and I need to plant my kohlrabi seeds. So lots to do today, lots to do. Everybody needs a daily dose of cuteness, so here are the girls. And there's Aria barking at them. Dolores is eating. Aria's barking. Usually when we just hold her chin, look her in the face, and tell her to stop, she does. So we're gonna go try that. As you can tell, the chickens are totally not fazed by it. They really don't care. Oh. Now it is Sansa's turn to eat. Hello, Sansa. Sansa. Nope. How are you doing, Laura? There's Laura. And there is Wanda. And there is Mrs. Hughes. And Padme. Oh, and Mabel's playing on the swing. Making progress. Looking good. Quick lunch break. I'm really not too hungry, but I stopped to make lunch for the guys, so I decided to have a half of a tuna fish sandwich, 1 slice of bread for 2 points. Tuna is 0, and there's not enough mayonnaise on there to even count. So 2 points for my half a tuna fish sandwich. I am disappointed. I am bummed. My beautiful, beautiful buns, they're not rising. No second rise. They are still exactly like I made them an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. I almost put yeast in them. I know you're not supposed to, and you don't need to with sourdough. I almost did, just to give them that little something something. Now I wish I did. And I know that Edie over at Edie's Adventures has made these, and I texted her, I'm like, I am so disappointed. She put yeast in hers. She's like, yeah, I always put yeast in it. Said I was going to, but I was trusting the process for the first time, and now it looks like I'm gonna have to go buy rolls. Not a happy camper. I'm not a happy camper because that was a whole cup of sourdough, no, 2 cups of sourdough starter because I doubled it, a crap ton of flour, and my time. But you live and learn. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, right? What was it? Probably $2 worth of ingredients. I'm just disappointed that now I have to go buy rolls and I don't have nice, fresh, homemade ones because that's what we're used to now. But that's okay. Life will go on. We will have our porkettes on regular rolls. Just disappointed. So you won't see any beautiful rolls unless a miracle happens within the next hour. I will definitely try them again sometime this week probably, because now I'm just determined. That's what happens. But I'm going to get back outside. I got my German potato salad made. I got my macaroni salad made. Got the kitchen cleaned up again for the 3rd time. Now I'm going to get back outside and get started on doing some painting. Grace and Adam should be back any minute, and they're going to do some painting along with me so we can get this done. So we have expanded our work crew. Grace and Adam are inside the coop painting. Grace is much neater than Adam apparently, because, yeah, sorry, she is. We're getting done. We are almost done. Andrew just sawed his finger?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, yeah, he did. Okay.
We'll figure that out.
And Doug is digging down so we can bury the hardware cloth all the way around and keep our chickie chicks safe. We're getting there. Okay, so I took a quick little break because you remember me talking all the time about that Facebook page we have in our town called Gibbstown Giving, where you can put stuff that you no longer want or need up for free. Well, somebody put this up. It's a little chicken wristlet. How cute is that? So of course I had to grab it. So I went over and picked that up and had a very beautiful conversation with the lady that was gifting it. We were talking gardening, and she really wants to be a chicken keeper. So we were talking chickens, we were talking gardening and all that. So that was really nice. Adam and Grace are almost done painting the inside of the coop. I told them to just slap it on. It's the inside of the coop. I'm not worried about how it looks. So they're almost done that. The guys are almost done burying the hardwire cloth around the run. So we're going to start painting that. It's about 90 degrees here, so it's hot. I decided that even though my buns didn't rise, I'm still going to bake them and just see what happens. Maybe they'll be breadsticks. I don't know. I'm just so disappointed. I'm so disappointed in myself for not following my gut and putting yeast in it. But Adam picked up rolls while he was picking up Grace, so be it. Giving up Pinochle for a night to play poker.
So, pair of jacks still?
Yep. Yeah.
You can tell who's winning. It's certainly not me, because I've already had to buy in again.
Ridiculous with this.
And I think I'm going to get ready to fold because I am not doing too good here.
What is this?
Thank you, Jane.
But it's fun. It's all about the fun. Good Sunday morning. I forgot to close out last night because it was midnight by the time we got done playing, and we were exhausted after working outside all day and, you know, getting all that stuff done. Yeah, we were beat. So we got the kitchen cleaned up and called it a night. We had so much fun. Who was the big winner?
Joey and Andrew. I was a big loser.
Doug was a big loser. I won $6, I think. Although it was hard to tell what I won because I kept giving Doug money out of my pile because he kept losing. Yeah, I think my brother was definitely the big winner. Of course, he always is. But we had a good time. And I ate too much. Not dinner. It was fine. But then while we were playing cards, Grace and Adam decided they wanted ice cream, so they whipped up some homemade ice cream. And Mary brought dessert. She brought the peanut butter Tandy Take knockoffs. Tasty cakes. They used to be regional to Philadelphia, but I think you can get them nationwide now. And they have a new baker, and they're just not the same as they were when I grew up. But they have these things called Tandy Cakes. It's a layer of sponge, then a thin layer of peanut butter, then they're enrobed in chocolate. Well, we all have a recipe that you can make them in like a bar pan, and they are absolutely delicious. And that's what Mary made, and she did cut them small, but I ate a little too many of those, so yeah, not good. Not good. No self-control last night. And then, of course, Adam made this ice cream, so what did we do? We all took a little bit of ice cream and broke up the Tandy Cakes in the ice cream, and oh my God, was it delicious, but I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. I lost control. But today's a new day, so I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm just going to be controlled today. we are on our way to church. The high today is supposed to be 96. And I think tomorrow the high is supposed to be like 72. I have to check that, see if they changed it, but that's what it was going to be. Only Adam is with us right now. Andrew had to have a TB test done for his summer job, and he has to have it read this morning. So he's going to get it read, and then he's going to hightail it down to church to meet us. We got almost the entire chicken run done yesterday. The only thing we did not get done, it's assembled, it's painted. We just have to enrobe it in the hardwire cloth on the side. They got the hardwire cloth buried into the ground around it for digging predators, but they just have to hardwire the sides, hardwire cloth the sides and the top. So that honestly should not take, there's one section that's going to take a little bit of maneuvering, but it really should not take them long. So I'm hoping that as soon as we get home from church, they can jump on that and get that started, and maybe with the three of them can get it done quickly. I'm trying to figure out dinner. We're supposed to have roast chicken tonight, which is very quick and easy. Of course, I forgot to take it out. But we talked about going down to my mother-in-law's, my brother-in-law's house. I've said before, they live on a lake. So we talked about going down there to go fishing or kayaking or whatever it is we feel like doing. And if we do that, I won't be home to get the chicken in the oven, because the chicken takes like an hour 45. So, do I drive my car separate and come home to deal with dinner? Or do I flip-flop dinner and have something else, like pull something else from this week and have that tonight that I can just make when we get home? Decisions. So I have to think about that. I guess I'll have to see where we're at, how quickly we get things done, and all that fun stuff. And I'll actually see if my in-laws are even going to be home. I mean, we can go down there without them being home. That's not a big deal. But we want to see my brother-in-law because his birthday was on Friday, so we want to see him for that. And the boys have not seen my mother-in-law yet because they got home from school. They got the stomach bug. Then Adam got the stomach bug. Then we thought Andrew had it, but he didn't. He really got it on Thursday or Wednesday night. He started getting sick on his way home from the shore, so they haven't seen my mother-in-law, so we need to get down there. But we're just gonna have to play it by ear today. I guess that's it. Nothing exciting. Like I said, I'm very disappointed in myself, but I can't beat myself up because nobody's perfect. I could have been better. I don't strive for perfection. I could have been better. I could have had more self-control, but I didn't. So I will probably pay for that on the scale. It is what it is. Today's going to be a good day. Tomorrow's going to be a good day. The rest of the week's going to be a good day. Of course, we do have a whole thing of those peanut butter treats in the fridge. So I'm going to try to forget they're there and just push them off on the kids and Doug.
Thanks.
That's what I'm going to do. So anyway, we are supposed to make egg and cheese crepes for breakfast. I'm not sure if I'm still going to do that. It depends on what we have for dinner, because see, I plan my day around points. Plus they take a long time to make. But if the guys are out, I don't know. We'll just see. I think Sundays are just going to start being a free-for-all. We'll figure it out. I'll be back after church. Oh, exciting about church today. Since we reopened last June, so almost a year, we've had pews taped off. From June to I think it was October maybe, we had every third pew for seating. So we had the two in between blocked off. And then somewhere in the fall, we opened up and made it every other pew that we could use for seating, with hash marks on the pew for, 6 feet apart and stuff like that. Well, today's the first day, so almost a year, that the tape is down. So we can use every pew for seating. We still have to keep families or single people 3 foot apart, not 6. Masks still have to be worn. And the third section on each side of the church is still taped off in case people are not comfortable sitting with the 3 feet or with every pew. They can sit in that section and be more socially distanced. So we're excited about that. Slowly returning to normal. We just found out, our governor said that Friday, if you are fully vaccinated, you do not have to wear your masks inside like stores and things like that anymore. Now each store has the right to say yes you do, but the governor said that businesses can lift that mandate. So I am so stinking excited to walk through a store without a mask on. I can't even tell you. Church, I'm guessing we're still gonna have to wear masks. I don't think they're gonna lift that. I don't know, we'll see. But I am so stinking excited to ditch the mask. I mean, I've worn it, faithfully. I've never not worn it. But now I am looking forward to getting rid of it. I'm fully vaccinated. Doug's fully vaccinated. The boys have to keep their masks until mid-June. They'll be fully vaccinated, so they'll still be masked. But I am looking forward to getting rid of it. So, we talked about the advantages of wearing it still, but I don't really believe there are any from the research I've done, because we're fully vaccinated, and if somebody's not vaccinated and isn't wearing their mask, I'm still protected with my vaccination, and I'm vaccinated, so I'm hoping that protects other people. Is there still a chance? Absolutely. With any vaccination, it's not 100%, but we're just looking forward to ditching the masks. So we will we'll follow any rules. If a store says no, you gotta wear it, we'll wear it. I'll always have it with me, but it's exciting. So hopefully a little more back to normalcy. Slowly but surely. So we are going to head into church, and I'll be back. We are home from church, and we have hit the ground running. Adam went out with a friend of his from high school for lunch. So he's with him, and then he'll come home. Andrew, and Doug are already out at the Coop putting on the hardwire cloth. That's the last thing we have to do. That and switch out a latch or two, and it is 100% done. So that's good. And I am where I always am. I am in the kitchen making brunch. We are having egg and cheese crepes today for brunch. And I meant to make the crepe batter this morning before we left for church and totally forgot. So doing it now, and it has to sit for 30 minutes. So I know those guys are starving, but they'll be fine. And once we get the Coop done and I get the kitchen cleaned up, we are taking off and going down to the lake for the day. Grace is gonna come over. So we're just gonna spend the day fishing or kayaking or just hanging out. I'm just kind of looking forward to sitting on the dock and soaking in some good old vitamin D while I hold a fishing pole. I don't know, I might kayak too. It just depends on my mood. Actually, my niece and all her kids are going to be there, and they'll probably have all the kayaks out, and I'd rather them have a go at it and have a good time. So we'll just see. But whatever we do, I will surely show you and take you along with us. And I'll show you my breakfast when it's done. Hope it's as good as I'm hoping it is. Does that make sense? Okay, here is breakfast. It is egg and cheese crepes. I did not put cheese in mine just to save a couple points. I believe, now I'm gonna have to go back and look. I think it is 9 points if you use cheese and, for 2 crepes. So mine's probably 7 or 8 without the cheese. I'll have to go back and recalculate it. It's just, I just made some homemade crepes, filled them with an egg mixture. I did put a little Canadian bacon in, but it's 0 points worth. And then a little bit of hollandaise sauce on top. And I think they got a thumbs up from the guys. Yes, they did. So I can't wait to dig in myself. So we sent the boys down to my in-laws to just enjoy some time today and see my mother-in-law while we try to finish this up, and then we'll join them. It is wicked out here. It's about 94 degrees and very, very sunny. So We are just trying to get this done so we can go down and get ourselves on the lake. Okay, we have about 5 or 6 more panels of the hardwire cloth to put on the run and we are done. But we decided that we are just way too hot. I mean, it is like 90 some degrees. The sun is beating down like crazy. So we are going to join up with the boys down my mother-in-law's or my brother-in-law's house and do some fishing for a little bit. My niece and her kids are down there, so it'll be fun. We can finish this tonight. It shouldn't take too much longer. We got the hard parts done, we got the roof done, and it's hard when you have to nail and stuff overhead. So all we need to do is these last couple panels and it's done. So we'll do it tonight when it's a little bit cooler and we just need some good family time. So I will show you the beautiful lake and all of us fishing. Okay, back home to finish up the run. We were there a lot later than we thought. So if I make this roast chicken, it's going to be like 8 o'clock by the time we eat tonight. So as soon as the boys get back, they drove separate. I just heard them pull in. We are going to figure out what we want. We're going to have the roast chicken tomorrow night for dinner. And we're going to figure out what we want, what they want, and go from there. But main thing is getting this run done. We had a really good time fishing. The fish were not biting. I caught nothing. Adam caught nothing. Andrew caught nothing. Doug caught nothing. Doug even went out in the kayak to the middle of the lake in the shade. Nothing. The only person that caught anything was my brother-in-law, Matt. He caught a little tiny, I don't even know what it was. I was kind of far away. I don't know if it was a little sunny or what, but I think it was just too hot and the wrong time of day. But any time of day that you're sitting on a dock with a fishing pole in your hand is a good day. So I'll let you know what we decide for dinner. The sun is setting and we are done. Doug's just putting a couple last minute staples in and it is done. So over here, we've got, you know, the coop and the little run and the little playground and the feeders. And then over here we have their big run. So they have lots and lots of room to run around and play. They are already over in there having a good time. The whole thing is completely covered in hardwire cloth as well as the top of it. So it is completely predator proof as far as we know. We can only hope. So there it is, the Tajma chicken coop. Tired is an understatement. But we are done. We are done. We are done. I will insert a picture after this clip. It is done. So the girls are getting evicted tomorrow night. Next weekend, we are not doing anything chicken coop related. It will be wonderful to spend a holiday weekend. I don't know. Who knows? You know us. We'll have something to do. We had a great time down at the lake. I wanted to show you this mug that my mother-in-law bought me. It's got a little chickie on it, so I know what I'll be drinking my tea out of tomorrow morning. All the chicken things. I just love all the chicken things. Anyway, that was our weekend. Today was, oh, you saw my dinner. Grace and I split a chicken parm sandwich from the local pizzeria. Everybody else ordered something. And I actually, Doug ate some of mine. So I had half of a half. And I had a little bit of his grilled chicken salad. So Didn't do bad for dinner, but it was a rough weekend. I definitely overate. I ate some candy, had a couple handfuls of trail mix, and there was no reason. It wasn't hunger. It was there in front of me, and it was old habits. But that's okay. It's okay. Back on track, and it's all we can do. It's going to happen. It's life. We can't beat ourselves up over it. If it continues to happen and we don't rein it in, then beat yourself up. But otherwise, go with the flow. So that is it for me and my family and my weekend. I will be back hopefully tomorrow with a full day of eating. Just flip-flopping the menu around a little bit. We're having our roast chicken tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to having that. And what else? That's it. So hopefully I will be able to bring you back that tomorrow, and then a tag on Tuesday and weigh in on Wednesday. So you know the drill. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't already, so hit that subscribe button. I would love you to hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment, give me a like. You know the drill. Have a great, great rest of your day. And well, I don't even know if I'll get this up tonight. Have a great week.